The cold December breeze carried the smell of pine, hickory smoke, and fried pies. The scent of Christmas was in the air. For Del Schubert, it was an odor he chose to ignore. It had been one long, hard year for the Schuberts. Never had they worked so hard, Del thought, and had so little to show for it.
Come on!
Each year, he looked forward to taking his son Jacob out to the stand of cedar to find a Christmas tree.
This is the one.
Finding just the right tree was all Jacob could think about.
Well, that one.
The branches had to be high enough off the ground so that Santa would have no trouble fitting all the presents underneath. But Christmas would be different this year, painfully different, and only Del knew why. There would be no presents under Jacob's tree.
Mama, we found the tree. Del?
The boy knew nothing of crop failures, banknotes, and debt. He knew about Christmas. He knew about the North Pole. He could name all of Santa's reindeer by heart. Often Jacob would dream of one day having a reindeer of his very own. On it he would fly away to distant lands, far beyond the coal fields. How do you tell such a boy that Santa will not be coming this year? The Schuberts had never known a colder Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. The house was quiet and still, everyone fast asleep, except Del. Christmas morning would soon arrive, and Del had nothing for his son. His boy had gone off to bed, waiting to hear the sound of Santa's reindeer. Del couldn't shake the thought. He had never felt so helpless. Then it happened. There, on the hearth. Yes, that just might work. It has to. The part of Del that still believed in Christmas had taken over. With a father's love, he worked hour after hour. And as he worked, his troubles faded away. A child's dreams had taken their place. There was still much work to be done, and only a little time left. His hands, which had labored in coal, now crafted wood as if they'd been born to it. Just before daybreak, it was finished. Jacob awoke to a Christmas like no other, for there, beneath the spreading branches of the tree, stood the present of his dreams. If Del had ever really lost Christmas, he found it now in the face of this little boy. As Jacob rode his magic playmate, his spirit soared, far away to distant lands, and his father's soared right along with him on that Christmas morning. For the Heartland Series, I'm Bill Landry.